In this episode, we check out one of Auckland's landmark hotels. With a brand new tower, New Zealand's largest corporate lounge, and some of the best food and wine offerings, this by far is one of the top choices for business and corporate travellers. Join me, Harmeet Segal, and New Zealand business traveller as we share with you some of the best experiences of Cordis Auckland. Perched on the top of Simon Street in the heart of Auckland City, Cordis Auckland is a part of a collection of luxury 5-star hotels by the Langham Hospitality Group. The hotel offers 640 guest rooms and suites, an exclusive club lounge, 18 state-of-the-art meeting spaces, and the award-winning Chuan Spa. Cordis Auckland also features Auckland's favorite 8 restaurant, a unique interactive dining experience with 8 specialist kitchens, each dedicated to a different cuisine hosted by an expert chef. The opulent and delicate Chandelier Lounge serves high tea by Cordis with world-leading tea company TWG. And the city's newest destination bar, Our Land is Alive, offering the best of New Zealand-made food and beverage. Arrival at the hotel is met by sharply presented valets who swiftly take care of your vehicle and luggage. Walking in through the sliding doors, the grand lobby of Cordis has an immediate impact. The magnificence of the grand chandelier suspended from the ceiling dome, matched by warm welcome by customer guest representatives, makes for a refreshed entry to the city's grandest hotel. For VIP guests who need privacy and security, a private entrance at the new Pinnacle Tower allows for VIP guests to be welcomed straight to their suites without going through the main lobby. The 17th-floor new Pinnacle Tower offers 244 premium rooms and suites with 360-degree views of Auckland's harbour from top floors. Pinnacle Tower's room interiors are crisp and composed with warm grey over white tones to convey a relaxed mood. Bathrooms are wall-to-wall marble tiled and bedroom windows are ceiling to floor, offering magnificent harbour and skyline views. A brand new Cordis Club Lounge on the 14th floor with stunning city views provides an exclusive retreat with complimentary drinks and canapes and a live breakfast station for made-to-order rates. Cordis' Club Lounge is said to be the largest and the most exclusive hotel club lounge in New Zealand. It offers privacy and comfort for the business traveller to enjoy a drink after a long day's work. Cordis' passion for excellence and service comes from its leadership and foremost by its managing director, Franz Mascarenas, a 35-year-old hotel veteran with experience across luxury hotels in Malaysia, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Auckland. I've known Franz for over 14 years when I first met him in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, and his love and passion for hospitality is much the same today.
Welcome, Harmeet. Let me take you and show you to the Chairman's Suite.
Thank you, Franz. So friends, we are here at the Chairman's Suite and we've come through a private entrance in the new tower. What an amazing way to welcome VVIP guests to the suite.
We have a number of our guests who really value privacy and security. And so by having this private entrance, they get to bypass having to come into the lobby. Their motorcades or their limousines drive straight up to this VIP entrance, and they're greeted in this beautiful VIP lobby we've created it below, and then they're whisked straight up to suites like this. It's a very seamless arrival and check-in into your particular suite or room that you want.
Right, friends, we are here at the Chairman's Suite, which is 253 square meters, which is probably the largest suite in Auckland. And you've got some firsts here, like the fire pit and the balcony. Tell us the thought process of designing this amazing space.
So when it came to the suite, we did want to ensure that it was spacious. It breathed the whole luxury element that this profile of people look for. And so if you look at the suite in itself, you've got ample space. There's a large lounge, a 10-seater for the dining table. The bedrooms are huge with our now very famous Cordis Dream Bed. And the bathroom, is a marble masterpiece in its own, with a beautiful soak tub. But I think what really sets this place apart is these beautiful views, the floor-to-ceiling windows. So the views that you get right from Mount Eden on one end to the harbour on the other are really unsurpassed. And I think that's what we wanted to create here, a feeling of warm luxury. And it's been further enhanced with all these beautiful art pieces that we've had. We've got the largest curated art collection of local New Zealand artists anywhere in the country. And so you'll find these strewn right across the hotel, including pieces like this in the Chairman's Suite.
Post-pandemic, business travel is changing. As we move out of Zooms, as we move out of more kind of hybrid meetings and incentives and events, we see people traveling more with a purpose. If they have to travel, there has to be some transformation. It has to be transformation business travel rather than just service business travel. How do you think Cordis Auckland is subscribing to that change, and what do you do extra for your guests to go the extra mile?
So I think first of all, the business traveler is a big part of our business. We have literally a seamless experience from the time we get an inquiry till the function takes place. So we have a whole team who negotiates, helps the clients come up with all the aspects that they need, ensuring that the hotel is ready to cater to those needs. And then it's passed on to the operations team who deliver that level of service that was promised, agreed to with the client. The hotel needs to play its part and make sure that it is completely stress-free for the organizers. And that's what we tend to do.
Obviously, you've got this brand new tower, and you're cutting through almost 600 rooms now. You've got these amazing event spaces, bars, restaurants, the Chandelier Lounge. How do you personalize that experience for the business traveler, which is now key to having them coming back and getting their loyalty?
I think what differentiates a great hotel from maybe a good hotel is the level of personalization, the service element, and the people element that is brought into it. From our perspective, we try to create a DNA, a culture here, that in order to be a great hotel, you have to exceed guest expectations, not just meet them. If you see the kind of feedback that we get, it's telling you that here is a band of people who are genuinely interested in their customers. They're genuinely interested in finding out what their needs are and going that extra step to make sure that they create those wow moments, as I like to call them.
Now, food and beverage plays a big role in setting that experience for any good hotel. And we all know Cordis has some of the best offerings, from the 8 restaurant, interactive kitchens, to the delicious and delicate high tea at the Chandelier Lounge. Talk us through these amazing products that you've got going for food and beverage.
Here, over the years, we have been able to cultivate some really destination and iconic restaurants and places and venues for our customers to eat. So you mentioned 8 restaurants. So 8 restaurant, which is an interactive dining experience and has 8 different cuisines with the chefs there actually cooking the food for the client. That concept has been so popular that before the pandemic, that restaurant was a 170-seater and was constantly getting sold out. We said to ourselves that given the new enhanced room inventory, we needed to expand that. So 8 restaurant is today, in terms of seating capacity, moved from 170 to 250. Of course, in the kitchen area itself, we enhanced the food offerings. So we included an Italian section. We enhanced the Oriental offering by having a duck oven and having duck pancakes. We've created a brand new American grill. I am very proud to say that post the lockdowns being lifted, we are averaging over 600 guests per day. And I think that speaks to the popularity of the place. And then in the Chandelier Lounge, once again, most of the lovely ladies who come for high tea will acknowledge that the team here do an absolutely amazing job with our high tea. And I think that whole experience in the beautiful environs of the Chandelier Lounge is what creates that experience.
You talked about 8 restaurant, friends. I can't wait to go down at 8 restaurant and check it out.
Well, I think that's what we should do. And I'd also love to introduce you to our executive chef, Volker Marasek.
As the saying goes, the kitchen is the heart of every home. In hotels, it's much the same. And at the Cordis, superbly famous 8 restaurant is all the heart of good food. 8 purpose-built theatre kitchens serve up sumptuous fare made to order right in front of diners, serving exceptionally flavoursome dishes straight from the grill to the plate. From exotic meats like kangaroo to alpaca, to creamy rich curries, from freshly shucked oysters to grilled fish. You don't need to visit 8 different restaurants to enjoy it all. Simply book a table at 8 restaurant at Cordis. On the helm at Cordis's food operations is Executive Chef Volker Marasek. A native of Germany, Volker has been with the hotel for more than a decade and has led a team of over 60 chefs to cater to the vast requirements of guests, including the hotel's very large banqueting requirements. Volker has won multiple awards for his afternoon tea services and has been a guest judge on MasterChef New Zealand. Volker's food philosophy is to serve the freshest possible produce with an eye on sustainability and to ensure passion for good food is shared with his guests. I'm here at a restaurant with Chef Volker, who's the executive chef at Cordis. Chef, there's nothing better than watching a wood-fired grill fire up with some exotic meats. What have you made us here?
What we have here today, we have here beef rib, as well we have here lamb rump. Over there we have some nice kangaroo rump and some venison.
That is so awesome. I mean, you can't find these kind of exotic meats anywhere else in a restaurant, so abundantly available. Talk us through what the motivation is in serving this regularly here at 8.
I want to achieve what the people don't eat normally. We want to try to have here in 8 like kangaroo, alpaca, venison, wild tar, and the wild pork, always something different. For me it's quite important as well, our guests, when they're coming to us, that they can try food, not always eating the same what you eat at home. You should eat something different. As well, sometimes we have lamb kidney, lamb brain, where you usually don't eat. But here you can trying it out. If you don't like it, you leave it on the plate, but you should try it. This is quite important.
I've come to 8 so many times, and whenever I come, I've seen oysters, prawns, fish, to the best fresh produce that's available. Talk us through how do you maintain this freshness in the restaurant with your seafood?
Like I have a very close connection with our fish supplier, like especially with the fresh fish. We're getting 3-4 times, like calling them in a week and find out what is available. The fish needs to be sustainable. It's not like I don't want some species, is only 100,000 left in the world, but this is why you don't see any tuna in our restaurants. And then with the other fish is quite important as well, or seafood. We're getting stuff in where people like with the meat not eating so regularly. Like we have snow crab legs, we have mud crab, we have slipper lobster when the season is coming, of course prawns, like everybody likes prawns. But in the evening we have 5 different crustaceans, what is quite important, and sometimes something different where you don't see so often.
No, that's great, Chef. Now, the other thing I wanted to know is, people say 8 is a buffet restaurant. Now this is slightly different than a buffet restaurant. You've got 8 kitchens laid out, you've got at least about 10 to 15 chefs going at the same time, and a lot of guests eating at the same time too. How do you manage to keep that pace with something so wonderful cooked right at that time for the guest?
I really do not like the word buffet. Like for me, 8 is more interactive dining. Like interactive, I mean my chefs are cooking in front of you. And it's quite important as well, not only the kitchen team, come to 8, our service team welcome you, you get seated, and then usually you get around as well to explain to you how 8 is working. From my point of view as well, you need to try all 8 stations. Like some people have trying only 2 or 3 stations where they're filling up the plate. But especially our Indian corner is quite nice. We're doing different type of naan breads over. My favorite naan bread where people's getting is chocolate naan bread. And chocolate naan bread is quite nice when you have a spicy curry. This help you a little bit take off the heat.
Now, something that's really popular with the locals here in Auckland is your very delicate high tea in the Chandelier Lounge. People love it. They can have it with tea, they can have it with champagne. You've got some delicate pastries and sandwiches there. Tell us something new about the Chandelier Lounge that you might be doing in the future, or something that people would love to know more about.
Like what we're doing in the Chandelier Lounge, first of all, our high tea. As well as like we're changing our menu every 3 months. We make it quite seasonal. Like what we have at the moment is like on the savory items, we have lamb cracker with homemade smoked ricotta. And what is soon coming up, we're doing a tea menu in our Chandelier Lounge for the evening guest. We're doing 3 starters, 3 main courses. Everything has influenced with tea. And then we like one dish is like scampi with oolong tea marinated. And this will happen in the next 1.5 to 2 months while I'm creating with my chefs the menu at the moment. And if you like to see and try our high tea, come with me. We're going to the Chandelier Lounge and let's try.
Let's do it. The Chandelier Lounge at the heart of Cordis is a perfect setting to entertain guests or to meet for an informal coffee. With plush sofas and high-back chairs set in a contemporary setting of white and grey tones, Chandelier Lounge plays perfect host to long afternoon lunches and tantalizing cocktail weekends. But the lounge is most importantly famous for its legendary high tea served up in true Cordis hospitality and style. High tea with TWG features an exquisite array of designer sandwiches, delicate pastries and crisp tarts to please the palate. It's matched with the selection of teas by world-leading tea company TWG and complemented with a personalized tea sommelier. The high tea can also be served up with a glass of champagne. The Chandelier Lounge is a perfect spot in town to meet for an early evening aperitif or a quiet nightcap after a show with top service and great menu. To be healthy is to be wise, and for those who believe in giving back to the mind, body and soul, the Chuan Spa experience at Cordis never disappoints. Set in a tranquilizing setting, entrance to Chuan Spa is through a distinctive moon gate that transports you from the normal to a space of peace and nirvana. Based on ancient Chinese principles of balancing the 5 elements, wood, fire, earth, metal and water, Chuan Spa takes guests on a journey of health and well-being. The vast spa menu offers everything from signature facials and massages to rejuvenating wraps and scrubs. The Chuan Yu facial combines Asian holistic techniques of Hu Sha and acupressure to increase blood circulation and nurture, heal and restore your skin. There are 4 individual treatment rooms and 2 dual treatment rooms catering to unique couple spa treatments. The stunning heated rooftop pool is a constant 27 degrees to soak in after a long therapeutic massage. Chuan Spa only uses the best beauty and spa products from Sotheby's and its own signature essential oil collection. If you were looking for a top venue for your next event, Cordis Auckland is a perfect fit. Whether it's a 400 guest seated gala dinner or a private boardroom meeting, with 18 different event spaces to choose from, Cordis offers the largest number of event spaces under one roof anywhere in Auckland. It also houses one of the largest pillarless ballrooms, the Great Room. With its own private entrance, a pre-function cocktail area, the Great Room provides opulence and grandeur to any event. Styled with 33 show-stopping crystal chandeliers, the Great Room lavishly offers up to 440 square meters of premium function space. And as Samantha puts it, events in the Great Room can be as spectacular as your imagination. Well, Sam, we're here at the Great Ballroom, which is New Zealand's largest ballroom. Tell us what events can we hold here?
all types of events, but it's really perfect for big conferences and gala dinners, MICE groups and incentives. The really good thing is that it's such a large space that can accommodate up to 800 seated or over 1,000 cocktail and theatre style, but it can also split into 4 separate breakout spaces.
What do you think fits best for these kind of events where people can kind of come and just, you know, book an event and make sure that they've got the right food and beverage options to go with it?
Yeah, that's a great thing. We work as such a team here at Cordis, working with chef to ensure that we deliver what the clients envision on the day. The other good thing about this space is, and on all of our spaces here, is we have dedicated pre-function areas for that separate catering area.
And all of in total, how many spaces have you got at the Cordis Auckland?
Well, with the addition of the new Pinnacle Tower, we're up to 18 function spaces, including our beautiful new Jade Ballroom and our Vista Room.
Great, thanks so much, Sam.
Thank you.
Delivering a true blue New Zealand experience is Our Land is Alive, a bar that celebrates New Zealand's excellence in food, beverages and design. The abundance of New Zealand's world-renowned food and drinks is best highlighted at Our Land is Alive. The bar draws inspiration from New Zealand's beauty with locally designed furniture, a hand-painted mural representing the land of the long white cloud, and flourishing native New Zealand plants and greenery. The bar top is bespoke design and has been crafted from New Zealand kauri using rescued trees from rivers and fjords of New Zealand. Our Land is Alive is all about quality drinks and food, showcasing the best of New Zealand-made spirits, award-winning wines, Kiwi-curated cocktails, local craft beers and non-alcoholic drinks. And as France puts it, Our Land is Alive is your friendly neighborhood pub with an exclusive Kiwi offering. Friends, we are here at Our Land is Alive. What a consequentially New Zealand experience you've got going here.
Yeah, this is our second bar. We wanted something quintessentially New Zealand. We said to ourselves, what are we going to do different that would set us apart? And then when we looked at the sheer range and quality of New Zealand beverages, we honestly didn't have to look further, because New Zealand's pretty much well known for its wines and its craft beers globally. But when it comes to spirits, it's probably been pretty much one of our best kept secrets. And so we went about, getting a menu together of everything 100% pure New Zealand. That's across beverages, alcoholic and soft beverages. And then again, coming to food, I mean, you don't need to look beyond New Zealand for the choicest of seafood or meats. And so everything on the menu, beverages and food, is pure New Zealand. Every element of this bar has been designed to give it that authenticity of New Zealand. As one of the core brand pillars of Cordis, it is to support local and to showcase the best of your locality to our visitors from New Zealand and abroad.
That's great. So friends, how are we finishing the evening?
Well, this whiskey symbolizes what I've just been saying. It's the Cadrona single malt. And believe you me, it is it's not only my personal favorite, but it's the favorite of everybody who comes to this bar and wants a whiskey. So let me toast you.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Harmeet.
And that sums up our unique experience of Cordis Auckland. Whether on a business trip or on a leisure one, the way a hotel delivers an experience means everything. Sometimes it's the little gestures and sometimes it's bigger outcomes, but at the center of it is the heart. And that comes from the people of the hotel that make you feel at home. And that's what Cordis delivers the best, straight from the heart.